Last week it was sticky or slimy. This week, fellas, it's gonna be flamin' or spicy. Flamin', you can't handle it. You're on fucking fire. Can't sit in that seat. Don't want it anymore. Spicy, it's hot, but you can get a glass of milk, maybe an IPA, a lager, to soak that spice down. Quarterbacks. Give me flamin' or spicy, your fellas. Give you a 3-pack to start off. All former number 1 picks. Bryce Young, Kyler Murray, Trevor Lawrence. Bryce Young, Panthers are 4-3 somehow, but you got the Red Rocket back there. Trevor Lawrence, okay numbers this year, but damn it, 58.7% completion percentage. That's 33rd in the NFL. 32 teams, fellas. 33rd in the NFL, Trevor Lawrence. A lot of talent, but damn it, prove something. And Kyler Murray, Jacoby Brissett, that offense looks better, fellas. Nolan, Bryce Young, Kyler Murray, Trevor Lawrence. Flamin' or spicy?
So I'm going to go with the thing that rules all. Is your team winning? And so I'm going to go with Young and Lawrence, even though Lawrence is somewhere in the middle. I'm going to go with both of those guys being spicy because that's what it comes down to. They don't care about stats. They don't care about fantasy numbers. Coaches and organizations care about wins. And it doesn't matter how you're doing it. You don't really rock the boat. I think we're going to talk about this here later in my segment. The NFL is a game of routine. That's why there's bye weeks. That's why there's spots. When you look at the betting market, when they want to come back from an off-season, when you throw off their routine, when you shake things up, it can have disastrous consequences. So those two guys, definitely Bryce Young and the Panthers, better than expected this year as far as the win total goes. So I'm going to say spicy. Trevor Lawrence right on that edge because they're doing maybe a little better than expected, pulled out some wins here. I think we'll cover that later too. Again, I'm going to say spicy for that reason. I want to be on the Kyler Murray train. I thought he was a dynamic player, but man, just every opportunity is a different reason to say he's just not it. Whether he was short, whether it was the video games, whether it was the attention. And now it's just him. And you got a guy behind there that's going to, what did I just say? Put W's up on the board. So that's why I'm going to go flaming for Kyler Murray. Brad, what do you think?
I'm right around the same with you on that, Nolan. Kyler Murray, he could put up fantasy numbers, but like you said, he's not winning games. In the last two, Brissett's been going second stringers on the whole squad and keeping it close with everyone. So he's definitely executing the offense better than Kyler is. So I'm not... I'm going to have to go flaming on Murray. Bryce Young, definitely spicy. I think you give him some time. This team's doing a lot better than we thought they were going to. Doing well with the weapons that he's got there. But Trevor Lawrence, yeah, I'm with Nolan. I'm on the fence. Like I was thinking that like coaching change. Once Cohen gets there, maybe the offense really picks up. Trevor Lawrence becomes what he was 3 years ago. Was it 3 or 4 years ago when he had a hell of a year? And he really hasn't gotten to that level since then. I don't know what's wrong, but he just seems off. Lots of turnovers. Like you said, his completion percentage is dog shit. So
his completion percentage is terrible, and he's not throwing it down the field. Yeah. His average target is 6 yards, which is 25th. I'd have to go back and look at the stats, but you're not throwing it downfield and you have a bad percentage.
I still think I'm with you, though, Nolan. I'm going to go spicy just because I think once they start integrating Hunter in the offense some more, I really think that's going to help his numbers, maybe open up the field a little bit for the other receivers like Thomas Jr. and whatnot. I'm not giving up on that offense yet. I think they've got too many weapons. I'm going to go spicy for now, but I could easily be convinced otherwise. What about you, Matt?
I'm going spicy for all three guys. I on the fence though. Also, you go either way. I can't argue with you either way. Trevor Lawrence and Bryce Young, they're both 4-3, but Bryce Young was benched last year. Trevor Lawrence, the backup's Nick Mullins. Brad, you probably like Nick Mullins, but
Kyle really. Shanahan can make Nick Mullins work. No one else can.
He's not going to move the needle. And Kyler, all that money being paid to him, I think when he's healthy, it's his job. But the offense does look better with beef brisket for sure.
No joke.
Another 3-pack of quarterbacks here. We got Tua Tagovailoa. The season might be over there in South Beach. Why risk Tua even more? I mean, he looks awful. 10 interceptions, tied for the NFL lead with Geno Smith. My goodness. The Raiders are 2-5. They suck. And then the third guy here in this category is Justin Fields, a popular guy here on this podcast. We got a brew bet on him.
Not by me.
Tua, Geno Smith, Justin Fields, Brad, flamin' or spicy?
At this point in time, you got to see what you got in the rookie Ewers behind Tua. Yeah, I'm going flamin'. It's just ever since 2 years ago, he's really kind of come down, and maybe the concussions had something to do. I don't know. I'd like to see his numbers post the last really bad one. He's just not been the same. I don't know if it's the offense. I don't know if it's him. But he's turned the ball over a ton. His whole thing is accuracy, timing, and he doesn't have that right now. So obviously, yeah, I'm going flaming on him. Geno flaming, he's done. I've been saying that all year. There's a reason why Seattle seems to know when to give up on a quarterback. I'll put it that way. They seem to be right in the last two. So I say flaming with Geno as well. And honestly, Justin Fields. I've been saying flaming before the year started. So I'm just right. Is all that is on that one.
Nolan, Tua, Geno, Justin Fields, flamin'. You getting rid of them, or spicy? You can deal with them for right now.
Well, as much as I don't want to feed Brad's ego on the field situation, the numbers just aren't there. You know, you look at the NFL rank, 31 in TDs, 31 or 30. He is 31 in interceptions, so he hasn't thrown any interceptions, but he's only thrown 4 TDs. So the numbers are the quantity is not there. He's 23rd in completion percentage and 31 in overall QBR. So I don't know why I like him as a person, even though he was a Bears quarterback, but I've wanted him to succeed. I don't know why. I don't think anything's there for it, but it's just not. And I think he's done. So I'm going to go flaming on him. Geno, I kind of liked what that was at the beginning of the season. I thought, new coach, Genty is a bell cow. You got 2 really good tight ends. You got some wide receivers that are pretty good. And Geno looked good last year. And so I kind of liked it, but I'm going to have to go flaming there as well because, again, the numbers aren't there. You're 23rd in touchdowns and number 1 in interceptions, like you mentioned, to lead off, Matt. Then you're number 19 in percentage, and then again, the only quarterback behind you in QBR is Fields. And that's just not going to cut it. So I think the writing's on the wall there for 2 guys that have had their go. Third guy, I can't argue with Brad really on anything. You kind of got to see what you have there. The numbers look better here for Tua. They would say middle of the pack. You go, number 10 in TDs, but he is number 2 in interceptions, right behind Geno. He's 12 in completion percentage, which is, where you want to be. But then again, he's 28 in QBR. And kind of here's the deal breaker for me. Last week, he goes in front of the media and calls out his offensive line and the rest of his teammates, which you don't do in the NFL. This week, Mike McDaniels is in front of the media calling him out, which, again, you don't do.
It's a dumpster fire there.
It is. And, I've never really liked Mike McDaniels. I've never necessarily liked Tua Tagovailoa. I don't have anything against him, but it just seems like all the stars are aligning there, that the Miami Flash show of whatever they were doing between those two, just it's over. I'm going to go here out on a limb and say flaming on Tua, flaming on Mike McDaniels.
Yeah.
I think it's probably time for him to go as well.
I can't believe he hasn't been already.
I'm going flaming on Tua, fellas. Quinn Ewers, like you said, Brad, let's get him in there. Miami, see you next year, maybe. See you next year. Geno, the only way he keeps his job is because of his relationship with Pete Carroll. They're boys from Seattle. That's the only reason he keeps his job, and Kenny Pickett's behind him. He sucks. But Justin Fields, I don't know why. I love his legs so much. 2-year, $40 million contract the Jets are paying him. I'm not giving up on Justin Fields just yet. I hear it's a debate who's going to start this week. because Justin Fields is healthy. He's not on the injury report. I hear that it is a debate who's going to start this week. But I'm going flaming on Tua and Geno, but spicy on Justin Fields. Last two guys here, fellas. Last two guys. More of a team situation. What's going to happen here in Minnesota once JJ McCarthy is healthy? Do they stick with Carson Wentz? And then also with your 49ers there, Brad, once Brock Purdy is back from that turf toe issue, what's going to happen with Titty Jones? Because he's looking solid. Nolan, you first, though. What's going to happen in Minnesota and San Francisco?
I think these are fairly organizationally. You got a quarterback who's your future, or you think is your future, and a quarterback who isn't, even though they've been doing pretty good in their fill-in. So I'm going across the board. They're both flaming in that the starter's coming back. Purdy's established. As much as I want to hate on Brad for everything about it, he's an elite quarterback. And even though unless he's got nagging injuries and it's going to derail the rest of his contract with that, i.e. Joe Burrow last time I was on, that's the only reason you don't go back to Purdy. He's elite. JJ McCarthy, it's more about belief. He hasn't proven it yet, but they believe he is their future. So I think they're going to go back to him no matter what. And so again, maybe like the Rattler situation, those guys were never intended to be the full-time starter. And I think this is a pretty easy situation that they know if the other guy's healthy, they're done.
I never liked J.J. McCarthy, boys, passing 12, 15 times, maybe a game at Michigan. I think Carson Wentz, I think he could run away with this job. I think he can run away with this job, and I think it'd be better for Minnesota and Justin Jefferson and Addison and Hawkinson and them boys. But
I'm not saying that that you're not right, Matt. I'm just saying I think Minnesota believes JJ is the answer.
Big draft capital, not like Shuck, way better capital, but similar that want to see what you got in them. And San Francisco, I do think Brock Purdy is the better quarterback, even though Titty Jones is 4-1 looking solid. Brock takes that job back. Brad, split the difference here.
I can't. Well, I mean, kind of. I mean, you know what I'm going to say on Purdy. That's an easy one. I mean, come on. Like, I can throw up his numbers since he's been in the NFL. It's one of the best starts to any quarterback's career of all time. So, enough said there. Carson Wentz, I was on the train to start with, but I can see what every other team has cut him for. Like, it's a nightmare. It can be completely up, completely down. I still think he probably gives you a better shot, maybe with some more time in there and some confidence that he's the actual starter. He won't try and put the Superman cape on all the time. I don't know. I don't believe in McCarthy yet. I think you might as well, if you keep winning, you have a winning record, you're going into the playoffs, maybe give McCarthy more time to sit until they start losing. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Again, not enough time, but he was hurt all last year.
That leash might be short, though. The NFC North, you might be out of the playoffs pretty darn quick.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. You really you kind of got to go with whoever you're going to pick right now, because you're in it for the playoffs. And last week I did say the NFC North was the best division of football. I was a liar. It is the NFC West. 3 teams at 5-2, snatched on my butthole.
Just like that. Flipping like that.
Yeah.
Right.
5-2, 3 teams.
Impressive.
Yeah, the North would be that way, too, if they were playing Division II Tulsa State Community College of Athletics.
Niners haven't had any starters play this year. Just wait until they do. They're missing the best 2 guys on defense, and they just held the Falcons to 10 points. What did your Packers defense do against the Cowboys? 40!
Whoa.
Best defense in the NFL, my asshole.
The Dallas offense might be the best offense in the NFL.
Could be. But the best defense doesn't give up 40 no matter who the team is, bro. Get that shit on my face.